We have a question about 80 tea bags, and we're looking and we're told the weight of the tea bags, but we're given the data in a grouped table. So we know that 2 tea bags are between 2.8 and 2.9 grams in weight. Question says, there are, of the 80 tea bags, how many weigh more than 3.1 grams? Well, the ones which weigh more than 3.1 grams are these ones, and these ones. Now, if we add up those numbers, it means that there are 52 tea bags which weigh more than 31 grams. Now, that's 52 tea bags out of the 80. Now, if we write that as a decimal, it comes out as 0.65, so just doing 52 divided by 80, which is the same as 65%. Okay, next bit says, what is an estimate for the total weight of the 80 tea bags? And they're telling us that we can use halfway values of 2.85 and 2.95. Okay, let's just rub this bit out at the moment. Let's just get rid of that and get rid of this. Okay, so we're going to take midway values. I'm going to just write those over here. So we've got 2.85, 2.95, 3.05, 3.15 for this group, 3.25, and 3.35. Those are the midpoints for each group. Now, the total weight of the 80 tea bags, let's just have a look, because we need to take the frequency into account. So we have got 2 tea bags that weigh between 2.8 and 2.9 grams. Well, we're going to call that 2.85. So their total weight is going to be 2 times 2.85. And then we're then going to do 4 times 2.95, 22 times 3.05, 32 times 3.15, 14 times 3.25, and finally 6 times 3.35. Now, if we work all of those out, here are the totals. We get 5.7, 11.8, 67.1, 100.8, 45.5, and 20.1. Okay, so that tells you an estimate of how much each the different types of tea bags weigh. If we now add these together, we're going to get the total weight approximately of all 80 tea bags, which is 251 grams. Okay, now we are given a cumulative frequency graph for the 80 tea bags. And the question says, how many tea bags weigh more than 3.25 grams? Well, if we find 3.25 grams here, we can draw in a straight line, which takes us straight up to the graph. Let's just do that in here. That comes up like that. If we then read across from that point there, we get 68. We could have 68 or 69. It's sort of between the two, but that is not the number of tea bags that weigh more than 3.25 grams. The 69 here is the number of tea bags which weigh less than 3.25 grams, because cumulative frequency tells you the number of items which weigh less than a particular value. So if we want to know how many tea bags weigh more than 3.25 grams, it's going to be these ones up here, or the last few, which is the difference between 69 and 80, which is 11. Now, depending on how you read this off the graph, you could also have, I think, 10, somewhere between 10 and 12 is fine. Okay, for the interquartile range is the difference between the lower quartile and the upper quartile. Now, there are 80 tea bags here. The median would be here at 40. The lower quartile is at a quarter of 80, which is here. Again, so I'm going to put in a line that goes across, and then it's going to go down from there. So actually my lower quartile is about 3.07, that's here, so about 3.07 grams. Okay, in the same way, the upper quartile is at 3/4 of 80, which is 60, which is there. Again, if I draw in this line, it goes across here and down, and that comes out at 3.2 grams. Okay, so this is the lower quartile. This is the upper quartile, and the interquartile range is the difference between the upper quartile, so it's the upper quartile, take away the lower quartile, well, that's 3.2 grams, take away 3.07 grams, which comes out at about 0.13 grams.